Welcome back, my fluid art friends. This is Doris at DF Designs. I'm going to try something with some alcohol inks and stencils, except I'm also going to combine another technique. Now, there you go. I'm doing this owl stencil, and I'm going to... Excuse me. I am sorry about that. I have got the worst allergies this fall. It is not even funny. Okay, I'm not going to use a tape to a spray to hold it down, because all I'm really doing is just putting some rubber cement where that's at. So we'll see what happens, how it turns out. I am taping it down so it doesn't move, and also kind of taping up the areas close to it that I don't want to get rubber cement in. Although, you know what? If you get rubber cement in an area that you really, really don't want it in, it's not that big a deal. I don't need that long of a tape. I'm just taping up the tail end of whatever little animal that is right next to him. Hard to see what I'm taping, what I'm working on, what the other ones are if they're not against that. Oops. You don't want to get the tape. And I'm also going to peel up some of the corners just so they're easier to take off. Yeah, there we go. I didn't think of that until now, but it may not hurt if you peel up your little corners, just so when you go to take off the stencil, because I am going to end up getting rubber cement. I had his ear covered up. Okay, this is the rubber cement I'm using. It's just basic rubber cement. I haven't used this since grade school. And I'm just going to put a thin, even coat over the shape of this owl and the branch he's sitting on. Oh, I got a hair in there. I didn't check there we go, got it up already. And then I'm going to let it dry, but while it's drying, I'm going to be putting alcohol ink on another piece, because the other piece I'm going to be putting a stencil over it, putting some rubber cement down. If my head's in the way, I'm sorry, but I got to kind of look at it from the side. Let me turn it a little bit. Aha, there's that hair. These brushes are not that come in the container are not the best in the world, but I wasn't sure if I could use one of my other brushes. Okay, that one I'm gonna let dry. Let me see, I'm looking at the clock. It's 28 after, so I will check it again in a little while to see if it's dry enough to do. I will take off the stencil before. Okay, this is just a piece of that, what was it called? Dry erase board, okay? And I'm just going to do some red and blue on it. I've got Tim Holtz's Indigo and Tim Holtz Ranger, excuse me, Crimson. And I've got my bottle of 99% alcohol. And I've got my little trusty Conair hot air brush. That's what it's called. And I'm just going to basically cover this. You know what? I really don't need it on the tray. In case you're wondering, that was like a little Lazy Susan. And what I do with it is I cover it in Glad Press and Seal. Okay, I'm just putting a nice little generous layer of alcohol down. Now it's going to soak into the back, but it does dry pretty good. Oh, oops, I forgot to shake it. You always want to make sure you shake it. I do have a video somewhere under my tips and tricks for pouring to how to mark your caps so you remember which cap goes with which bottle, and you can see all the colors at a glance in your content. I did it again. Why is nobody reminding me? Shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. I'll quit singing. I might get charged if I sing more than 10 seconds of the song, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to bore you guys with it either. Okay. Okay, there's some red. And now I'm going to do shake, shake, shake. Now I'm going to do the indigo. I have no idea if I'm going to get... I'm probably going to get some purple, but that's okay. I love purple. Now I'm just moving it around, getting it to spread out a little bit. Now I'm going to use my hair dryer to, or my hot air brush to manipulate it. And it looks like the blue's going to take over, but that's okay. Let it do that. I just want to get a couple of little folds in there because I want to do more detailed background around it after I get some of the rubber cement down. I'm picking it up just to get the ink to run a little bit in that direction. I got my fingerprint right there, but that's okay. I'll just run some ink back over it. How's that? You always want to make sure you wear gloves when you're doing this, and because you're going to get ink on your hands, so you don't want to do that on your bare hands. And you're also going to leave the oils. If you have bare hands, you're going to leave the oils from your hands on there, and you don't want to do that either because it'll make it repel the ink. Okay, I want to get some more alcohol over here. There we go. There we go. I'm not doing it in any sort of fashion. I'm just putting it down and blowing it around, just trying to get a somewhat of an abstract pattern, but I don't need it really detailed. But I do need some alcohol over there where the ink isn't. There we go. Aha! I've got a bare spot down here, so I put some alcohol on the ink next to it to wake it up, and then blow that ink over the white spot. And now I got too light of a spot right there, so let me put a little bit of alcohol there. Yeah, it looks like I got more purple than anything now, but hey, I like purple, okay? Didn't quite get rid of that one white spot over there. Now, I'm basically going to dry this off. Now, I don't want to put the rubbing alcohol. I don't want to put the rubber cement on it right now because it's still a little wet. One thing I do want to do, because it's going to take a while for the back to dry, is, now I normally wouldn't do this on a piece that I'm you know, like a commission, but I'm using a paper towel just to kind of get rid of what might be wet on the back. You can see it's pretty dry too. It didn't really leave any alcohol right there. Okay, I'm going to let this guy stand up over here and dry a little bit more. Put my alcohol over there. Where's my little red cap? Those little red caps are the hardest thing, there it is, are the hardest thing in the world to keep track of because they like to disappear. Okay, I'm going to put this back up here because I want to elevate the glass. I want to see if it's, well, I can probably take it off and knock over my bottles in the process. Okay, so I'm going to stick that there because I don't want it to dry completely over where the stencil meets the where the open area and the closed area meet. I think you can understand what I'm saying there. Okay, let me see now. Holding it up so I can see it sideways. Well, I ended up getting some underneath on the branch, but that's okay. I can let this dry. I'm not sure if this is dry yet. I don't want to take my gloves off yet. So let me just do the rubber cement of this fox shape I wanted to do on this one. And this one isn't really close to too many of them. And I can reuse these tapes too. I like that part. Okay, got that tape down. Tape and gloves don't mix. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, I'm going to tape this down because there's part of the hedgehog right there. That time I knew what I was looking at. Okay. Well, it's not exactly centered, but I don't want to lift it up now, so it's just going to stay where it's at. Doesn't have to be centered, does it? Tell me what you think down in the comments. Should I have centered it, or is this fine? Okay. I've got my rubber cement, which you gotta kind of, you always had that one string. Okay, now I'm just gonna brush it along the edge. Oh, see, I got a whole bunch of it that glopped off of the handle. And I'm just trying to go over the edge, but towards the center, not back towards the edge, because I think that's how I got it under there before. Oh, you may not be able to see it. I am so sorry about that. I try to make sure I'm always in camera, but I am way down here about 2 feet below my camera, because I've been wanting to make sure my videos are clear, and my 2 little cameras just don't work good when I make them bigger. So whenever I do a full screen like this and nothing off to the side, what I do is I use my phone, which is a Samsung Galaxy S8. Okay, let me put, I see a spot I missed. How do you like that? See, that's why you got to look at it really, really close. I missed the whole spot right here. And I didn't get his little feet. Okay, I got his ears. And if the other one isn't dry, I'll check the dryness of that. I'll put that back in the bottle. Okay, let me put this over here. Now I'm going to have to take my glove off to check the dryness of, really I only need my thumb. I'm just going to check the dryness of this. It's going to feel a little tacky. Well, I'm not sure if that's dry enough, so let me see. This one looks dry enough, so I'm going to go ahead and try doing a feather over this is what I wanted to do. I had a feather template out. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, let me check it to make sure it's centered. Centered that way. Okay, now I gotta attempt to wrestle some tape off of this. Yes, I said the word wrestle. Okay, this one is going to get taped down so I can, you don't want, oh, just covered up part of the feather I'm doing. You don't want to press down too hard because you do have alcohol down that isn't really, I probably should have sealed it, but I didn't think of that. Oh well, I don't know if sealing it would have done any good though. I know when you want to rub this up, you're going to have to make sure you spray it with some UV archival or Krylon. I mean, I have both, and I do use both. Okay, I want to tape it. This edge is so close, I want to tape it. And another thing I'm going to try is I am going to try some of this stuff called Pixie Spray, which is meant for stencils. Okay, I got my feather down. It looks pretty much centered. So now I'm going to take my brush. I don't want a whole lot on it. You can also see where I got the idea to do this with the stencils. You can also just use your brush to paint it on, and then when it dries, you would do your alcohol inks. You can just do, you know, lines, squiggles, a whole area. But I wanted to see how it worked with stencils, because I have been wanting to use these stencils. And I did see two other people today. Okay, I can see. Is that ink coming up? That I can't tell. So let me just get this on here without a whole lot of brushing. Oh, see, forgot a little spot right there. Nope, I didn't have enough on my brush for that spot. Anyway, like I was saying, I saw two other channels that I follow and I'm very good friends with doing stencils today. Now, because I've been wanting to try the rubber cement. Why do I keep wanting to call this rubbing alcohol, but it's not. It's rubber cement. I've been wanting to try it, and I thought, well, let me combine it with the stencils since I just got some new stencils. And checking. Looks like I got everything. Okay. So, this one's going to go over here to dry now. Or to dry somewhat. You want to take the stencil off, I think, before it dries completely, or you may not get your stencil up. Okay, here is my owl. Now, let me stand up so I can see what the camera sees. I don't know if you can see. There you go. You might be able to see it right there. But you're going to see it good when I put the alcohol inks on it. Okay. Oh, I was going to do some browns for this one. That's what I wanted to do. Let me see what browns I got. I want a light brown, which is the latte, and teakwood. Okay, I'll go with those two. I got latte and teakwood. by Tim Holtz Ranger alcohol inks. Let me see. I'm just going to put some alcohol down and put some brown in here. I'm not sure if how dry it's going to be, so I may have to stop the video to let it dry enough for me to get the rubber cement up. Okay. I'm going to use my Conair hot air hairbrush just to blow the inks around. I cannot see where the owl shape is. Well, I can see the edge of it right there, but that's about all I can tell underneath the ink, because the ink is on top of it. But it will come up and hopefully leave a white clean spot if I let it dry enough and have enough on there. Okay, where's my little... Of course, it's empty, like always. Funnel, 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 funnel. There's my funnel. Don't want to put any gold in that yet. I don't know if I want to put gold. I don't know if you can see. I can see a little bit of the owl right there, a little bit of the tail. But that's about all I can tell with the dark brown on there. Oh, that's great. There we go. I don't know if you can see this on camera. I'm just filling my little needle nose bottle with some alcohol because it was empty. And one of these days, I've got two of these brushes over here filled with alcohol. You know, watercolor brushes, I guess, or aqua brushes is what they're called. And I want to try them out, but I haven't gotten around to having a design where I could try it at. While I got this open, I'm just filling my big bottle. Okay. Now I'm loaded with alcohol, and not the kind I drank. Put the lid back on that, because knowing clumsy me, I'll spill it. Okay, here we go. Whoops. I'm just going to put a little bit of alcohol right there. And I'm just trying to get some ink into the spot. Oh, now you can definitely see his foot. Let me see if I can break this up just a little bit. Maybe I just need to add another drop of ink. Well, 2 drops there, 2 drops there, 1 drop there and there. And now a little bit of alcohol on all of them. And now maybe I can cover up that spot. Oops, see? This is why I tape down stuff when I'm doing alcohol inks. Okay, this thing is giving me a fit. It won't take the ink there. Just trying to cover that up. Also trying to make sure I dry it, because you want it dry. And I may even stop the video and go spray this up. I don't like that very round spot right there. Wait a minute. Let me put some of the darker stuff on there. I don't know if that's on top of the rubber cement owl or not. Okay, and I see, I'm just trying to get rid of all the white spots because I'm not happy with them. Let me get back over here. A little bit more ink. A couple small drops of alcohol. Covered up that white spot that was next to that. There we go. Okay. I'm not fast forwarding because I feel that you really, oops, almost knocked over the bottle of rubber cement. And that time I actually called it rubber cement. Okay, I can see where the rubber cement is at, but the ink doesn't look dry. So let me pause the video and let me get these dry. And I will be back to hopefully take the rubber cement off of that one and put some more alcohol ink on the feather one. So, and also put some alcohol ink on the little fox. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is the only one that I felt was dry enough for me to do something with. So, I've got the feather shape down. You can see it a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to do a light color around the feather. Which one do I want to do? I hate decisions. Okay, let me try the purple. Well, that might be too dark. Oh. Well, I don't know if this is going to show through. This is the Pink Salmon by Ranger, okay? And I am just going to do some alcohol ink over it, or some alcohol, excuse me. And then I'm going to do see, that may not show. I should have stuck with lighter colors for the background. Well, hindsight's 20/20, everybody. Well, it might, because the pink and the alcohol's taken off the dark colors. Okay, let me blow it around a little bit. While I had you paused, I also went and put some UV archival spray on the owl one because I wanted to make sure that the ink wouldn't come off when I tried to rub the rubber cement off. Oh, I am having such a tough time with that word today. Okay, I need my hot hair to dry it. You can already see little lines around where the rubber cement's at. Nothing I can really do about that. I'll have to look into it, why it, you know, maybe I need to let it dry longer. Okay. Okay, this one is going to get sprayed as soon as it dries completely, and with some UV archival. So let me put it off to the side, and let me get my little fox. Let me just do alcohol and the latte. Because I don't want to get into a lot of different colors. And there it's picking up the purple in the back. That makes me mad. See, it's only liquid, well, waterproof on one side, which is the top, which is the side I'm doing all the work on. The bottom does get some of the liquid that goes underneath soaked in. Nothing I can do about it, except try to cover it up with a darker color on the back. Which I'm going to do that now, because that's making me mad. And you can see the little fox guy right there who is not completely centered. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, let me get a little bit of dark over here. A little bit right here, here, here. A little bit of alcohol in all those spots. Something to make the ink move. Alcohol inks do take a while to do, okay? I'll be honest. But I'm not fast forwarding through any part of this because somebody said that my hand looks a little jerky when I fast forward. So I thought, well, I won't fast forward this. I want to pick this up and get... I thought I was going to get some of the alcohol over there. Where's my teak, or my latte? Not my teak wood, my latte. I'm going to be stopping you in a minute anyway, for the simple fact I'm going to have to spray. Okay, I need more alcohol. Where's my little bottle? There it is. I need more alcohol, because that is just too big of a blob right there. Even though I was using it to cover up the purple, I still want to have some differences in the tones. So I want to have, you know, light, dark, and medium tones there. That almost looks like a moon, but I think he's right over the, oh, maybe not. I don't know. Okay, I put the lid back on that. I wanted to get a little bit more of the teak wood in there, or latte, excuse me. Teak wood's the dark one. And this is going to bug the bejesus out of me if I don't cover that one white dot up. Okay, I'm going to say that this one is done with the ink. Now it's just got to dry. So, let me stop you again. Let me go see how the owl's doing and put some stuff on these. And of course, You can see what it did on the back. It soaked into the paper. But you know what? There's nothing I can really do about that. I'm trying to figure out how to, without touching the front. Oh, this is terrible. I guess the only thing I could do is lay it face down and try blotting the back like I did before. May be too late to blot it now. I don't know. Just hoping none of the ink on the front transfers. Okay, now that's about as good as I'm going to get it. So, yep, some of the ink did, but not much. So, let me pause you again and I'll be right back. Well, one of them's dry. Okay, this one's got a coat of Krylon UV archival spray on it. I had to take a glove off because I don't think you are able to get rid of the rubber cement. There goes that problem with that word again. So, wait a minute, I need to take this one off too so I don't transfer any inks over. And I'm not gonna, well, yeah, I will do the other two. They should be dry by the time I'm done getting rid of this one. Okay, so I'm going to hold it right here, and very carefully, I'm going to start rubbing it. See how it's turning white right there? Okay, now, where is the rest of the owl? Oh, he's over here. Huh. Now, I am not trying to pick it all up as one piece. I'm just basically rubbing it where I think it's at, trying to pick up what I can by rolling it. Now, I'm going to say one thing. See how it's a little white right there around it? I think that might be because I didn't wait as long as I probably should have. Sorry for the squeaking. That's my finger going across the paper where I'm picking up the rubber cement. And when you're rolling it, when you're rolling the rubber cement over more rubber cement, it's kind of all going into a ball. Okay, this is not as easy as Clara made it look. Okay, I'm not gonna, I don't know if that's rubber cement or if that's just where the ink went under it. But it looks like the ink didn't go under it that much. Okay, let me rub, rub, rub to get rid of this. I mean, at any point, if you get bored with what I'm doing, just fast forward. But basically, this is not a quick process. Aha! That's his tail. Haha! Found his tail. Okay. Yeah, I didn't let it dry all the way. So, now they do make an eraser type thing for this that you can use to pick up the rubber cement. But I think it should have dried more. He doesn't, sorry, I didn't mean to take it out of your view. He doesn't look like the owl shape I was hoping for. So, in another video, I'm going to try that pixie dust spray to put it down. See if that works a little bit better. Because I don't feel anymore, but that's not the shape I thought it would be. And I don't really have a lot of ink on my finger. I mean, I have some. And I don't know. Oh, I guess I could use my nail a little bit. I don't know what that's going to do to the paper. The only other thing I can think of, and I don't know if this is going to work, I have a pencil here with an eraser. See if that picks up any of the ink. I don't want to go pick up the stencil because I don't know. That also could be, well, wait a minute. There we go. There we go. You just have to work at it, is all I can say. I'm going to pause you again. Let me go see if the feather's dry, because the feather one I'm curious about too, how the rubber cement does. That has got to be right there, that spot. That round spot that's supposed to be his ear has got to be where it got under the stencil. And I don't know if there's a way I can fix that or not. This eraser is working just as good as my finger did. Okay, well, I got most of it white. That could be me rushing, okay? So take your time in between the steps. Let me pause you. Let me go get the feather and see if it's dry enough. Hopefully. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I do have to be a little careful. There is a little bit of wetness, it looks like, or especially around the edge. And it looks like that, yeah, that's a little tacky right there too with the Krylon spray. So I'm going to be very careful about this. I don't know if it's going to pull up any of the ink that's under there. Haven't gotten any on my finger yet, so I'm good there. Yeah, see, I'm getting some white areas, and I wasn't supposed to. Okay, I know exactly what I did wrong. Didn't let it dry, but I didn't want to make this a long video, and that's exactly what I've done. So this one is basically not going to turn out because, okay, my first lesson learned is let each step dry. My second lesson learned is if you're going to put a background down, make it a light color, then cover it with the rubber cement. There goes my problem with that word again. And basically that way you'll see the difference, because this was such a dark, see, and I just picked up some ink with my finger, so the Krylon wasn't even dry. Oh well, you know what? We all learned a lesson here, or a couple lessons I should say. So learn from my mistakes. Don't do as I did, do as I'm telling you you should do, which is wait. So I think it still turned out pretty good. It was just a test piece. So I'm not going to bore you with wolf or fox. Fox, that's what it was. I'm not going to bore you with the fox one because I'm going to let it dry more. I will try to show it in one of the other videos. But I think the owl turned out pretty good, except for the fact that I didn't get it up in some places. Just recapping all my bottles. So, tell me what you think of this method. Yay or nay? I don't know. I'm going to try it in another video with the Pixie Dust Spray, which I meant to do today, but I didn't. So, we'll see how this works. So, hope you liked the video, learned something, even if it was to learn what not to do. Now I got little balls of rubber cement everywhere. I can feel it. So, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Click the little bell for the notifications to be notified of any upcoming videos. And I hope to see you in the next video. Yeah, I'm still fussing with trying to get rid of some of that. Hope to see you in the next video. So, all I can say is, bye for now.